Well, that's tuning into today's video. We're going to have a look at the 5-day forecast today. Have a detailed look at weather for the next 5 days. Going to stay very unsettled, really. We're going to have more rain around at times, some quite heavy showers as well. Really quite an unsettled spell coming up, although not a washout, not the sort of torrential rain that we had earlier in January. But it's staying unsettled, and temperatures will be on mild side. Although later on they'll start to slide away. Anyway, have a little detail in a moment. Before I get on with that, though, I just want to talk about the advertising. There's video ads on my pages at GazworthVids.com. If you hit play on the video ad, you'll be supporting GazworthVids.com. And thanks very much for doing that. Also want to mention the websites using for the video. We've got the radar picture coming from the UK Met Office and charts of weathercentre.de and the weatheroutlook.com. You can find all 3 links to those websites on my links page. So starting off with the radar picture from the UK Met Office, and this is the radar right now when I'm doing the video. Got showery bits and pieces of rain around the country. It's quite a wet start in the north and the east. Most of that persistent rain has cleared away. We have just got these showery bits and pieces of rain around. Generally just sort of damp, dank sort of day. Although we've got heavier rain coming in towards Ireland, and that's going to push across the country this evening and overnight. But this is today's synoptic pressure chart from the GFS. Low pressure is sitting to the west of the country, and got weather fronts coming across the country in that westerly flow, with that area of low pressure sitting just to the west of Ireland. So basically it's a very cloudy day today. There will be some limited bright or sunny breaks coming through, particularly to the east of high ground, but certainly not exclusively so. And I think generally we are going to have rather a lot of cloud. Showery bits and pieces of rain around, but not a washout until we find the heavier rain coming in towards the west. It might be moving into western parts of the country through the course of this afternoon. Now it's very mild in the south, with temperatures up to 10 degrees, 50 Fahrenheit. Very, very mild indeed for the middle of January, well above average. In the north it's a little bit cooler, but even there 5 or 6 degrees is pretty good, to be honest, for this time of year. Now, bring a band of rain across the country this evening. All areas are going to have a spell of wet weather into the first half of the night. Then in the second half of the night, that rain will clear off into the North Sea, with clearer spells following from the west. Showers around southern and western facing coasts. Quite a breezy night type, particularly in the south, so that'll hold temperatures up at around 5 or 6 degrees. No frost problems really to speak of. Low pressure is dominating to the west of the country over Ireland, 975 millibars. Quite a deep area of shallow low pressure on Thursday. Have a bright start in the north and the east, but there'll be showers from the word go in the west and the southwest, and those showers will spread across all parts of the country, I think, through the course of the day. 1 or 2 of those could be quite heavy. Risk of hail and thunder mixed in as well. Again, it's quite a mild day though, with temperatures between around 5 and 10 degrees. Always the worst of the showers in the west, the fewest of the showers in the east. But even in the east, you won't be immune to showers on Thursday. Now, as we move through into Friday, the low pressure is still dominating, but it's filling and moving away to the northwest of Scotland. Notice this area of high pressure up over Scandinavia, 1,030 millibars. That's trying to bring colder air in from the east, but it looks like it's going to be held off now by the low pressure in the Atlantic. I think we're going to keep the milder, low pressure dominated weather in the ascendancy, and that high pressure will never be able to introduce that easterly wind. Now for Friday, we're going to start off on basically a dry and bright note, and I think there'll be fewer showers around for most of the country on Friday. There will still be some, particularly in the north and the west, but I think generally fewer showers on Friday than on Thursday. But we are going to find a weather system eventually moving up in towards the south, and that could bring some quite heavy rain into southern and southeastern counties through the course of Friday itself. Temperatures still on the mild side, maybe a degree or so down, so say around 4 to 9, but that is still pretty good. Very good, really, for the middle of January. And then that low pressure's moved up from the south overnight Friday into Saturday, so Saturday looks like a cloudy, wet day with outbreaks of rain across many parts of the country. The rain spreading northwards. Won't be on all day, won't be torrential, but it will be on and off, and I think generally very damp, wet, sort of miserable day on Saturday. Very limited bright sunny spells and lots of cloud. Temperatures may be edging down a degree or 2 again, so say between 3 and 8 degrees, but still pretty good for the time of year. Now, finally, as we move through into sunny, or not finally, I should say money will be finally, won't it? But as we move through into sunny back low pressure, going to be moving away to the north and the west. We're still under low pressure, but it's all getting very shallow and spaced out now. So I think we're seeing the last of the rain clearing away overnight Saturday into Sunday. Sunday basically going to be a reasonable day with some decent sunny spells. There'll still be showers left around because we're still under low pressure more or less, but they'll be very scattered, they'll be very isolated. Sunny does look like the best day of the weekend with some really quite good sunshine coming through. Temperatures again between around 3 and 8 degrees. Now, with everything getting very slack and shallow moving through in towards Monday, we're going to find an increasing risk of fog, I think, because the air is going to be very wet, ground's very damp. So I think Sunday night into Monday we could have a lot of dense fog around. Monday itself, basically a dry day. Again, 1 or 2 showers scattered around. Lots of cloud around though, and also those fog patches which could linger on throughout the day. Look how close we are to that Scandinavian high setting in an easterly wind, but it's not going to quite come off because this next day of low pressure will rattle through on Tuesday and Wednesday and cut off any chance of an easy flow. That's on the basis of this morning's evidence anyway. Temperatures on Monday will be quite cold, really. But Monday it will be cold, between around, say, 2 to 5 degrees. But if any fog lingers, you're probably going to struggle to get much above freezing. Now, as we go through towards the Charleston weather outlook, this situation today, I've got the showery bits and pieces of rain around. There will be dry weather, some bright sunny spells coming through, but generally rather cloudy, miserable sort of day. And as we go through to tonight, we're going to find a band of heavier rain coming across the country, giving all parts a spell of wet weather this evening and tonight. Showers for Thursday, many of them will be in the west. Some will get through to the east though. Very mild Wednesday and Thursday with temperatures into double digits in places. Temperatures just easing down a little bit on Friday, but still pretty mild. Some persistent rain coming into the southeast. Otherwise, fewer showers on Friday than is the case on Thursday. Quite a lot of rain around on Saturday. Drier for Sunday. A few showers scattered about, but it will be a drier day. Temperatures just edging down day by day though, so by the time you get through to Monday, it's probably quite a cold day. This is suggesting quite a lot of sunshine for Monday, but I think what you have to take on board is the risk of low cloud and also potentially quite a lot of fog around by Monday. So in summary, it's going to be staying unsettled. There'll be more showers or longer spells of rain. Not a complete washout, not the torrential rain that we had in January, but generally it's a very showery sort of situation for the next 5 days. Starting very mild, but eventually becoming cooler, and by Friday it could be really quite cold with an increasing risk of fog. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.